I don't have much memory. This note might have to be done in sections. It's the cleanup to a lot of different other notes. You don't know. And the list of what you don't know will wrap around this world 1,000 times. So when you start to know, the best thing to do is start at ground zero. Read the watch the note on watch the one man plan note, and it will help you get started. You start right where you're at with you and start understanding you, overstanding you. And then you go 1 inch around your body, 2 inches, until you understand everything, overstand everything. Now, you don't start at skin level with the superficial program you have. You start on the inside at your core, all right? Your skeleton. Know that the skeleton in your head and the skeleton in your body is not the same skeleton. For some reason, an evil group of people created evil traditions. They were carried on long after their death. And one of these traditions was deception, racial deception. So in your medical books, you have those so-called people, those so-called white people, which there is no such people, and that's not who they are. You have their skeleton in the medical books, and everyone has different skeletons. That's why their bodies are shaped different, and they can exercise and do all they want to try to look like that girl on TV, but it's not going to happen because you have a different frame. Okay, your different frame causes different muscles to develop differently on you. So you start with knowing, hey, what does my skeleton actually look like? Go to a doctor, tell them, hey, can I get some x-rays? I want to know what I look like on the inside. Okay, that's your core. Okay, your skeleton. Everything else is attached to it or supported by it. Okay, in order for you to move, you must master this first. Okay, where is this attached to my skeleton? First, let's define moving. Moving is a muscle or two muscles attached at two different places. To see moving, you need a pulley or a seesaw or something that does in that motion. You can take a piece of string in both your hands and put the string around a pole or something round or a chair leg and pull the string this way with your left hand and pull the string that way with your right hand. That's how you move. Okay? Your two hands are the muscles and the string are your ligaments that attach. And how you move is by one muscle giving and the other muscle contracting. That's how you move. And this is at the core of your existence. Don't start with some fantasy Santa Claus, Easter Bunny concepts of mind in which you can't even wrap your mind around or understand or fully comprehend or figure out. Start with what you can know and be an expert on. You're not going to be an expert on God. You're going to be an expert on what someone told you about God or written down somewhere and you don't know who actually wrote it or even if it's actually true. You're hoping and wishing it's true, having faith, you know. No, knowing has to start with something you can verify yourself. You, okay? And as covered in the other notes, you can't be taught by trust anyone else. And that's a problem. That's why I'm doing what I'm doing instead of these other careers and other businesses and inventions that are way more lucrative. Because someone had to do it, you don't stand a chance. Here's why. You can't see yourself, okay? You can't actually see yourself in real time. If you look in a mirror, That's not you, that's your opposite. When you move your right hand, the person in the mirror left hand moves. It will throw you off your memories because you have false memories of yourself. You think you look like this and when you're moving like this, but no, that's not you. So you're out there trying to dance with the wrong foot and do that move you did in the mirror with the wrong hand because the image in your mind is backwards. It's going to cause difficulty. You can't see yourself. Okay, if you look at your reflection in the mirror, you're backwards. So any reflection in glass or water is still the same. It's backwards. It will mess up your mind. Okay, you can't look at your shadow. It's squashed and distorted. That's not how you're shaped. That's not you. It's tilted. So you can't monitor yourself by your shadow. You can't monitor yourself by the mirror. Aha. Take a picture of yourself, videotape yourself. That's not going to work either because film adds about 10 pounds to you. So the person you're looking at on video looks a lot fatter than you do, a lot thicker. And the same way with photographs. Like I said in Optimind, photographs change the colors based on the film you use and the camera you use. You could take the same picture with two different cameras and you're going to get a different tint. So that isn't your actual self either. And the videotape is not you. It's how you was a few minutes ago, how you looked 10 minutes ago or yesterday. It's not you now. There's no way you can see you now. No one's telling you this, but you can't see yourself. That's why you can't walk around with that attitude. If you want to assess yourself, you're going to need someone to do it from outside of you. Someone whose eyes and mind is set right. Okay? They're not seeing you through some filter thought that program that's been put in their head. Okay? They're seeing you with their actual eyes and listening with their actual ears. The clue is that spot in your back that you can't scratch by yourself. You're going to need help, or everyone would go solo. Especially now, when you find out everyone's crazy, or everyone's this, or then you're going to want to strike out on your own. And man, let me save myself. That's what self-preservation society is about, enabling everyone to do just that. Now, let's stick to the matter. Because we don't have much memory, this note is going to end suddenly, and I won't be able to continue it. So it's going to be a partial note. Now, know that not only is your skeleton different, but your muscles are different. See, muscles have to do with your frame, or they have to do with what you're doing. The muscles you are born with have to do with your frame. The muscles you have to do with what you've been doing every day. Okay? If you work in the garden every day, you have different knees and different muscles in your back than people who don't bend or get in their knees. If you play football, you have different muscles because even if you're a quarterback and you keep throwing with that arm, your arm's going to be more developed than a regular person. It's going to mutate into a football throwing arm or a body bashing body from or a swimming body from swimming every day. Okay, you're gonna look as though you're a person who lived in weightlessness space because you spent so much time in water, and your gravity shaped your muscles different than other people. So you just aren't are what you eat. You are what you do. Okay, it shapes who you are. And if you're all out of shape, it's because of what you didn't do. Okay, if you aren't doing anything, your muscles don't develop to do anything, and if you don't use it, you lose it. That means any artificial support you're using isn't helping you. The cane isn't helping you. Sitting on a chair or stool doesn't help you because the muscles you would have used to sit down on the floor and get back up, you don't use those when you plop down in a chair. So if you plop down in a chair every day of your life, those muscles will disappear from you, and it's going to cause all kinds of uh, chain reactions. It's going to cause a chain reaction effect because muscles are dependent on one another. And you're going to have problems and you're not going to know why. Second of all, quit thinking. I don't know who came up with this word body, okay? They didn't know what they were talking about. You know, arms and legs and head and fingers. I don't know who actually came up with the names and the concepts. But the body thing is wrong and the head thing, it's all wrong. It makes you feel like you have separate parts when you are one thing, whole, okay? Now, the things that should be broken to, the things that are summed up into one thing are a bunch of parts. Now, they're making you think you're a bunch of parts when you're one whole unit. And then they make you think that other things like your brain is one solid thing, and you see the picture of the brain and you try to think with this image. It doesn't work because it isn't the way your brain is. All right, your brain is much smaller than they're showing you on TV. You can grab your hand with both hands and realize that your brain is a little ball inside of that, and you're picturing a brain as big as your head. No, it's not that. Now, and there's no such thing as a brain. Okay, you have organs inside your head, many of them, all doing different things. There is no one thing in your head called the brain. It has as many parts as inside of your so-called body, but really your head's inside your body too. I don't know why they got to call it a head. All right, because it's the same as the lower. Just like you have lungs and kidneys and bladder and liver, where inside this other upper part of your body, you have just as many things. We want to call them the cerebellum and the frontal lobe, and they want to call this a gland, and that's what they call these glands down there too. It's like you have a stomach in your head because they're making you think your stomach, all your organs are your stomach. So now you need to picture having a stomach in your head, okay, not a brain. This is the real you. It's too much background noise. I gotta stop. It's almost as though some people have a demon, and the things that they do, they don't even know what is moving them, and what they're interfering with. Who's ever behind it is really, really demented and sick. You know, I've seen all kinds of things. I can't get off the note to say. You know, people would think they're doing me a favor, right? Don't want anyone to hear what I'm saying, or but what they're doing is keeping me from doing it, which is stupid. Okay, I'm tired of people. I don't need a clumsy dance partner. I don't want their help. They don't know what they're doing. They're getting in my way. They're messing me up. I have people following me all day long, call themselves looking out for me. I can't even go down the aisle at a grocery store comfortably for these people. All right? They're all on my heels. They're all in front of me. I'm tripping over them. They're all under my feet. I can't turn around. And these people call themselves helping me, looking out for me, making every step I make difficult, making me not able to make a voice note or do anything because of all the cars that are passing by, no matter what remote park I go to. Okay? Call themselves helping me. It's like that person you tell you're going to quit smoking and they break up all your cigarettes, call themselves helping you. That's the person whose cigarettes got broke up doesn't really call it help. Okay? So let's hurry up. I've managed to get this far. I can't believe it. Um, this is the Self-Preservation Society, and it's about this SY campaign. You know, SY, save yourself. But you have to know yourself first. And control is everything. And in order to control yourself, you have to know what you're trying to control and how it works. How can you control something in which you don't know how it moves, how it works, what it is, or anything? You've been deceived by some dead people who wanted you to think The best thing you could be is be like me. I'm going to give you an example of what they did real quick that you're going to think is unrelated, but you're no different than a car. Let's talk about the Mercedes Benz when it hit America. No one wanted that car. It was loud, it was noisy, it ran on diesel fuel, and you couldn't get diesel fuel anywhere. It was hard for trucks to get diesel fuel. No one wanted the Mercedes Benz. You know what they did? They did a write up, a mind up, where they said Mercedes Benz, when you get in it and you turn the key, you know your engine's running because you could feel it and hear it roar. And it talked about all the benefits of diesel fuel versus gas fuel, and they flipped it around. Do you see how the Mercedes is desired today? I'm telling you, when it hit this country, no one wanted it. Well, this is what they did. A bunch of little outcasts with bad ancestry of being nasty cavemen, lowbrow, stupid. They did a rewrite and flipped it around where everyone wanted to have hair like them and skin like them and nose like them, and it just, I'm telling you, because before no one wanted to have a nose like them, a skin like them. Come on now, they had they they had a sunlight. Come on now, sunlight would make them peel, like disintegrate, like in the vampire movies. No one wanted that skin. No one wanted that hair. Smells like animals when it get wet. Okay? And the more of them you have in, the more you have these scents. Now you need shampoo and all that. I know. I'm interracial for all those who out there who think, who try to make everything racist or racial, who want to make that what this about. No, this is about what is. This is a giving and a truth. To hide the truth is where the wrong is, not in telling the truth. See, a lot of times, that's what I mean about a rewrite. They made it where if you go around saying what they did wrong, you're the bad guy. You're a racist because you're talking about us. No, 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 no. I'm citing your actions. I don't feel one way or other about it. It's just so. You're a racist because it goes with your skin problems. See, having skin problems a long time ago made you skin conscious. And this has been passed down to you, and you don't even know why you're so skin conscious and how it works. And I'm telling you here and now how it works. This is why you're skin conscious, because your ancestors had skin problems and they were really skin conscious, and this has been sold and handed down along with the skin problems. It's not racism, it's skin phobia. Okay? You don't even know what you are and how you're doing it. That's why when someone attacks you for it, you like, what did I do? What's wrong? But this isn't about you. Okay? This note is about everyone. Don't make it about you. That's a part of the rewrite. So, people, the literature that you read in order for you to learn to talk and walk and everything is erroneous, fake, and needs to be burned. And new literature has to be made that shows your real skeleton and your real inners, and even call them something else, because the names don't always fit and apply. Everything has to be redone. That's the big fear by those who need it and by those who don't want to see it. It's like, it seems like an impossible task to change everything. This thing is going too far. And then there's others who feel they'll lose whatever it is they have now. I've proven over and over and over, you're losing your life This is not benefiting you. This lifestyle, this way is suicidal. It's the reason you're dying so young, you're aging so fast, and no one has come up with cures for your condition. All the wrinkle creams in the world is all we've come up with in all these thousands. Come on now, you got jokes. In fact, the biggest star in the world. Then we'll draw attention to this. This evil program has to stop. And if you've joined some club, some testosterone club, who their common cause is this thing, hey, you guys need to be getting your mind and yourself together. You're gonna die like the dinosaur, dude. That stuff isn't real. It's insane. I'm telling everyone what part of it is real and what's not. You want an example? Ladies and gentlemen, let me tell you something that white supremacists say that is exactly so. Okay? Here is what it is. Okay? Now, all you have to do is pay close attention. When it comes to these so-called black people, if white people keep mixing with these people, there one day there will be no such thing as a white person. They will disappear if everyone did it. It is genocide. It is self-genocide. No one is all wrong. Yeah, their thinking is messed up. The whole world is insane. And yeah, they have their insanities. But do not think their cause is something just based on hate. That's propaganda. These people believe and willing to die for something. You don't die for Santa Claus or the Easter Bunny. Someone has to give you some solid science. And that is a fact. It is not healthy. Interracial mixing is not healthy for them, nor the other person. They're not compatible. Show me a light-skinned person that doesn't have a birth defect. See, that's what happens when you're not compatible or too compatible, all right? Like brother and sister, all right? Show me one that does not have asthma, a wandering eye, a crooked finger, a crooked toe, leg. Show me one that is flawless. There are those, but the point that's going to come out when you go to look is most of them aren't. And everyone is doing to pretend like, oh, it's hereditary in my family. No, 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 no. They're not compatible. This kills me. My grandma and my grandpa wasn't compatible, and there's nothing I could do about it. I had to live with my flaws. I'm pretty sure my dad did too. But the flaws get less as it go down. My children had lesser flaws. And one day we'll be flawless again. But I'm not saying that two people that love each other shouldn't be together. You know, there's people with terminal illnesses decide to get married. So you can do whatever you want in this world. The consequences and all that are all yours. No one's opinion even matters. I'm stating the facts. It's not racial or racist. It just is. And pretending that it's not is insane. It's driving us all crazy, trying to walk around like we're all the same because it sounds good when we say it, but it doesn't work in the world. It's not working. You know, these side thinks it's working because everyone lets them do like a woman lets a man think it's his own idea what he's doing. That's what the other races are doing to these people. They're letting them think they're buying their crap, and they really believe it. As soon as they leave, just like that woman, they mumble to themselves about what they really think about them and what they're up to. And these people thinking, hey, I'm really cool with those people. I'm really good. I got a lot of friends. And it's before you're out of hearing range, if you listen closely, you'll hear what they have to say about you. You're not deceiving them, they're deceiving you. Things have turned around. has to stop in order for utopia to exist, in order for anyone to exist, in order for me to stay alive. I have to stop you, or I wouldn't even care. Know yourself. You're gonna need some outside help. You're gonna fix small groups of people in every province, and those people will fix more people, and the chain reaction will spread outward. And everyone's going to want to jump in and buy it for $19.99 and fix themselves. They don't trust no one else. Someday I hope that's so. We got to start with where the hell we can start, not where the hell we wish we can start. Okay? This is a big task, big beyond you. So your suggestions and all that, I'm not going to say they're not welcome. I don't think they'll be weighed much, you know? I've been working on this a half a century. You're going to think about it for 5 minutes and I'm going to listen to you? I don't think that's going to happen. 5 years, I'm not going to listen to you. Okay? Because people have been on this for 50,000 years or so, and I'm ahead of them. Why would I listen to you? Know yourself. Okay? There's an art form coming beyond the martial arts. Beyond martial arts is only a part of it. These things will be taught and covered about yourself. Just know that you are a unit, and inside you are many organs, upstairs and downstairs. And the pictures you have are wrong. You're exercising with goals based on the wrong images. You're trying to achieve something, and you're visualizing the wrong things, and you're having negative results. The lie has been going so long that it's hurting the ancestors of the people who started the lie. They believe the lie is true. They're totally insane now. Anytime you believe a lie, you're insane. A lie is the opposite of reality. Okay? Anytime you believe a lie, you're insane. A lie is the opposite of reality. It is not real. Okay? It is imaginary. It is fake. It is phony. It is erroneous. So if you believe it to be true, you are insane. Because that's what insane is, being out of touch with reality, unaware of reality. Okay? That's what insane is, to a certain level. Because we covered the word reality. So we should say being insane is being unaware of what is, not what really is. Okay? Because all is the name for this circus. This thing I'm telling you, this rewrite, it's called all. Everything. Okay? Change everything. That's the deception. That's the name for it. Even those participating in it, those you call evil, racist, genocide people, they didn't even know the name of what they were doing, or how it came to be, or why they believe in it so, or that they're insane. So you can't jump on a insane person for their actions. You can't shoot them down in the street. It's just something don't sound right about it. Okay? Crazy man in the street doing all this stuff. You're so scared of him, you might shoot him down. But if he was a mindless idiot, you wouldn't shoot him down. It's the violent one that scares you, that you might accidentally shoot. But if you saw a mindless idiot roaming around your yard, you would try to help him. I don't even like none of those words. They really aren't aware of the consequences of their actions. And this thing has come back to bite them. It's made them crazy and insane, which means that they can lose everything they fought for to hold their power. They can lose it all by incompetency. It's like they wrecked their own ancestors, their own descendants' careers and future. So the discovery is, it's like waking up and finding out everyone's insane because everyone has had lies implanted in their head, and lies are insane. So the whole world is insane. And no one can point the finger at anyone else because they are more insane than me. That's just as wrong as I'm richer than them. Um, it's like some way of saying you're smarter than them because you're not as crazy. No. You know, a little bit dirty is dirty. Okay? No, he's a lot more dirtier than I am. Dirty is dirty. Okay? A little bit sick. He's sicker. No, that's a sickness right there. That's another whole nother mental illness right there. The comparison, a whole nother box of mental illnesses. Comparing yourself to someone else isn't helping you. Focusing on other people isn't helping you. Those people isn't doing you any good. You should be going, this person, every time you open your mouth. Whoever taught you selfish was wrong, that's another part of the rewrite. It's a lie. Self-preservation is the first law. That part is right. Okay? Every creature. They're not out here trying to have a Cadillac and a big home with a pool. They're trying to eat and sustain themselves. Just another moment, another instant, another day, another winter. They don't have such lofty goals, but survival is always a goal of every insect. You won't find anything else common between the creatures except that law. They mate different, they do everything different, but their purpose is the same. It goes with living. Everyone wants to live. In order to live, you must stay alive. Nothing just lives. It has to sustain itself. It has to preserve itself. It has to protect itself, defend itself. Exposure causes aging. If you never went outside, you would be half as old looking. If you wore a spacesuit your whole life, your skin would look like a baby. It is the wind that shapes the mountains. Okay? The great mountains of this world are shaped by the wind that you think is so innocent and harmless. That wind hitting your skin is aging you. Heat, microwaves, and a lot of things that we will list in this other art that's coming. We will teach you how to move again, like it's what you call being reborn. I wasn't neuralized. I have things that I care about even more than you guys. And one of them just passed by. Sorry, it took my whole mind away. We're going to end this note. It will be continued later. This has been a message from the Self-Preservation Society. Sigh. Save yourself. SY. Don't do it for me. Don't do it because I say so. Don't do it because it's written in the Bible. Do it because you need to in order to see. Happiness is wrapped up in the middle of that. Self-preservation. You feel happy when you're secure. Mind is where security is, not in the body. The body has to be in a certain state for the mind to feel secure. We're going to get this right because I saw it was within the realm of possibility. People made me think it was some movie wish, some religious wish. This is durable, but we have future apocalypse to avoid. So, go find the note on the AI glitch and the Terminator virus, because I have solutions to both of these, and I'm gonna make $1 trillion off of it. But we have to apply pressure before you end up in a bad situation, like the real Matrix. It's not a joke. It's not a movie. Go watch the video. I show you how it can really happen and how it's already happening. So you don't have to run around wondering if you're in the Matrix or what your reality is. I just told you. Okay, this is one of those notes, epiphany. It's one of those times. Rewind it, rewind it, rewind it. Note the background noise. You hear a motor, you hear any background noise, and a contrary thought pops in your head, or another thought other than what I said. See, every time you play this, you're going to think about what I said, and you're going to see it deeper. If you rewind it and a random thought keeps popping in your head, or action, or what is it called? Craving to go eat, to do something, to use the restroom, whatever. That's a subliminal program that was put in here by the vehicles that were passing by. It is intentional. This plan still exists. These people still exist. They don't know that they're crazy. Okay, because you can take one part truth and mix it with 99% lies. And they'll hang on to that one part truth and believe all the other 99% because they know this is true. So what I told you, the people who put this plan in effect, they had real reasons, some real fears. They saw something that could wipe them out. We must defend ourselves. This is a threat to our race. It's not that they were a threat to a race because they were a peace-loving people. Their incurable vampirism, incurable thirst to feed, they couldn't keep their hands off of them or keep their people away from them. And that's where the threat was. It's too much of a temptation. They've long lost sight of this. The people doing it now have no idea what they're doing or why. And it's raining. I don't know why it's important. People are going to watch this in the summertime and all kind of things. But it is important that I remind you. I did this in the freezing cold, the burning heat, the rain, the storm. Almost every note was made outdoors. It wasn't made in a confined quarter or studio or office. This was made in the before. This isn't Ronnie Rich. This is Rags. This isn't the guy with the dazzling diamonds and gold in his mouth. This is a guy whose has 2 broken jaws and his teeth are in the worst condition. He's in the worst physical condition that you could be in, and exhibiting extraordinary superhuman talents. That's what I mean about this new art that we're going to lay on you. It covers everything. So have a good learning experience. Please apply it. Don't just run around telling everybody listen to this. Use it yourself. Save yourself. Okay, that's it for now. Everybody watch out for the vampires. They come in all ages, shapes, and colors. Don't get to thinking it's these people or that people, or you're going to end up getting bit. They're after your energy, your thoughts, your dream. What's so cool is you have an unlimited amount. You could just give it to them. This whole thing has to be flipped around, turning negative into a positive. On to the next note.